Okay, so we're gonna do a lightning fast tutorial on how to make a baby chicken bin. If your your baby chicks are only children, this probably isn't going to be necessary, but since we have a plethora of critters here, I don't like to keep mine in an empty open bin. We've made a closed bin enclosure for them the last couple years, and this has worked out really well. We only do about 8 chicks at a time, so again, plenty of room. You'll have to kind of go based on what you're doing personally, but this is perfect for the small backyard flock. We started with a Sterilite bin. This is just a regular locking bin from Target. It does have the locking handles on it because we don't want the cats or the dogs to get into it. You can see I've already pre-drilled some of the holes, but this was just a Sterilite bin from Target. I think it cost about $10. You need a drill with a 1/4 inch or so, mine's a little bit larger drill bit, a jigsaw or something to cut your top out with, tin snips, wire cutters, something of that sort, some zip ties, a straight edge, something to mark your edge with, and some kind of wire mesh netting. So, oh yes, and you need your chickens. Where are you, Jillian? Excuse the mess. We just moved and we're doing this in the kitchen, which I recommend doing it outside. But, so all you're going to do is drill some air vent holes in your box and then cut your top out. You want to make sure to leave a good size border because you're going to put your screen up here and then you're going to zip tie it on. So you want to go ahead, drill your holes all the way around. You want to hold it for a little bit of support. Otherwise, you're going to end up cracking your tub, but it's super easy to do. Julian's 11. He did this one for me. I don't have my tin snips out. It's not part of my example, but we just cut a piece of wire mesh. This isn't chicken wire. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's a little bit heavier and smaller gauge than chicken wire, but we cut it to fit exactly in the top. And we're going to go ahead and zip tie it in. Hey, Julian, come back here. Put your little guy down. Which one is that? Who is that?
Mr. Turtle.
Mr. Turtle. Well, this is Mr. Turtle. Mr. Turtle is... What is Mr. Turtle? A black Australope. Australope? And apparently this is Mr. Turtle because my kids name the chickens and they get interesting names. You want to put Mr. Turtle in with his friends, please? Aw, you can get him back out in a minute. So all you're going to do with this box, you're going to drill your holes, you're going to cut your top out, leave, I would say, a good couple inch border around the outside, and then you need a package of zip ties. And all you're going to do here, and I'm going to try and do this with one hand because my assistant is now playing with his little Americana. Put the little baby back and come zip tie this for us. Okay. This is what you get if you do this with an 11-year-old. So all you're going to do is take your zip tie. You probably need to take the lid off, sweetie. Run it through the other way. Run it through that way. Lift your lid up, through, and secure it. You're going to do that all the way around. This way they've got a lot of ventilation, but plenty of room. Plenty of ventilation, plenty of room to breathe, but also make sure you leave a good border so that you've got plenty of room to attach it. Like I said, we've got just maybe 2 inches. So you're going to go ahead and zip tie all of those on and make a nice secure top that once they're zip tied, you can latch it on. Okay, well, all right, skip it. This is what happens when mom doesn't get dressed and refuses to get in front of the video camera. All right, well, so anyway, zip tie's on. Zip tie needs to be tightened. I think it's upside down, sweetie.
Oh, that's fine. Again? No.
Hold on, sweetheart. Put this back on. All right, let me see your zip tie. All right, you're going to thread your zip tie through. Thread your zip tie through. Put your hand inside. Sorry, I'm videotaping nothing. Put your zip tie up.
Retry.
right. Sorry, there you go. Push it around. And then zip tie it. That's all you're going to do all the way around. And that was probably far more complicated than it had to be. Okay, dude, you're good. Muscle brute strength is not always necessary. All right, so then you can go ahead. You can flip these off if you want. You're going to go all the way around your box. I spaced mine out just, you know, a couple inches all the way around. You're going to space yours out. Zip tie them all the way down. That's how we do the top. Hold on, baby. You can't put them in there yet. And then you're going to put your shavings in.
Okay.
Put your chickens down. You're jumping the gun here. All right, so you're going to fill the bottom with shavings. You can pick the whole thing up and dump it in, honey.
Okay.
Or you can throw it across the table. All right, so you just need a nice layer of soft shavings. You can get these. You're going to get these from your feed store when you get your baby chicks. And of course, you're going to have your heat lamp on them with your thermometer, but this is just more about the bin and less about the entire setup. So you go ahead and spread it around. You've got a good layer of shavings in there. And then add chickens, and voila, you have a baby chicken hatchery. Or not a hatchery, they're already hatched. A baby chicken nursery. Okay, so that's one of the black Australopes. That is a buff Orpington. Another buff Orpington. Another buff Orpington. That would be the other Australope. And our little Americana. Soon to come will be 2 little white leghorns. And then we will probably be done for the season.